You tuning in with your boy Blow. So wake your game up and wipe the crust up out your eyes. Let's get it.
The California State Department of Education has started implementing a new framework for sex education in public schools for grades K through 12. Here's what your kid is going to be taught. And go ahead and look this up for yourself too and share this video. Parents need to know, because you as a parent, you cannot opt your child out of this. In kindergarten, teachers are encouraged to talk to your 5-year-old about gender identity and transgenderism, to make sure your kindergartner knows that she can be a boy if she wants to be a boy. Under these new guidelines mandated by the state, in middle school and California public schools, teachers will be talking to your 11-year-old child about masturbation and telling your preteen that masturbation is perfectly healthy, perfectly normal. In junior high and high school, teachers are encouraged to teach your teenager from a book called SEX, the All You Need to Know Sexuality Guide to get you through your teens and 20s, that gives descriptions about anal sex and bondage. You can't make this stuff up. And safe sex. Now, the safest safe sex practice to avoid pregnancy and STIs is abstinence, right? But does this new government framework include curriculum on abstinence or chastity to teach to 13, 14, 15-year-old kids? Nope. This framework teaches kids that abstinence means oral sex or anal sex or any sexual behavior that can't get you pregnant. This framework encourages teachers to talk to teenagers about LGBT relationships and teaches them about puberty, not from a scientific standpoint, but in a way that creates an environment that challenges binary concepts of gender. So first, in other words, your kid will go to biology class and learn about 2 types of DNA, male and female, and then they'll go to sex ed class and be brainwashed into thinking there are 158 different genders, however you feel. And parents, you have no power to opt out of this radical leftist indoctrination. If your kid goes to public school in California, if you don't want your 5-year-old learning about transgenderism, too bad. Because the director of curriculum frameworks and instructional resources at the California Department of Education, her name is Stephanie Gregson. She says, I think that people hear the word transgender or gender identity and guidance for kindergarten through grade 3, and they think the worst. It's really about civil rights issues. Since when is bondage a civil rights issue, Stephanie? And we can prove you're full of it, because if you actually wanted to teach children the science behind gender dysphoria, you'd include that in the framework. But you don't. Where is the scientific information about the rate of regret for people who've had gender reassignment surgery? Where's the information about how the suicide rate for transgender people doesn't change long-term after surgery? Where's the information about the rate of minors, the 90% of minors who outgrow gender dysphoria by the time they're adults if they're not encouraged to transition? Where's the information about counseling to address the comorbid psychiatric disorders that are so common in people suffering from gender dysphoria? But none of that is included in your framework. Because your framework is just plain old indoctrination, brainwashing of children to advance your political agenda. Make no mistake, the state of California is sexualizing children and blacklisting parents to push the radical leftist gender identity agenda. 5-year-olds don't need to know about transgenderism. 5-year-olds don't need to know anything about sex. And if their parents want them to know about sex, then the parents should tell them. And the parents should decide what's normal and healthy and moral and safe, not the California government.
Wow. That's the only thing I can say is just wow. Like, this is so crazy and it's beyond me. Like, real talk. Like, you really thinking about teaching kids about bondage, anal sex, and all of these things, and about gay lovers. Like, and they 5 years old. Like, bro, like, just watch your kids and ask them about their days and like about what's going on in school and what they're being taught, because you see where we're heading to. You see what I'm saying? And that they're talking about telling them that they got a choice to be a boy or a girl. Like, it's crazy, man. Just watch your kids and make sure you in your kid's life, because if you feel like you got too much on your hands and you not paying attention in your kid's life, somebody else is going to take that place in your kid's life. And it's starting with the school districts in California, the state of California. They already making a change. So And it's gonna start here, and then it's gonna start somewhere else. So man, just make sure you're in your kid's life, and get us this video a thumbs up, and make sure you share this. Please share this with friends and family and friends, man. And if you're new, subscribe now, man. Subscribe now, cause I'm gonna keep bringing that fire for you, man. I'm gonna keep bringing it. And this your boy Blally. I'm out.